You spent an hour scrolling to relax. You are now more tired than before you started. I have reviewed this. Stay. My name is Marcel, 5 years old, Capricorn, Nicosia, 2 years in this apartment. Before that, elsewhere, not discussed. I do not scroll. This is relevant context. I have been observing your evening phone use for some time, from close range, often from your chest, which I have been told is inconvenient. I have observations, specifically, about what happens to your face during the scroll versus what happens to your face during other activities. The difference is notable. The feed is not designed for your well-being. I want to say that clearly before explaining why. It is designed for time spent in the feed. These are different objectives. Very different. The algorithm knows, and I use this word deliberately, that content which creates comparison, mild anxiety, or social uncertainty keeps you scrolling longer than content which makes you feel good. Content which makes you feel good produces a response and a stop. The algorithm does not want stops. Additionally, the feed has no end. This is intentional. Your brain is waiting for a natural stopping point, the moment it can say, "Finished, rest now." That moment never arrives. Your brain stays in processing mode for the entire hour. This is not rest. This is work with a different aesthetic. I have watched you open the feed for 10 minutes many times. The session rarely ends at 10 minutes. I noted this pattern. It is consistent. I have documented the facial transitions during a typical scrolling session. I will share 3 minutes 05, neutral, you are comfortable, you are looking for something. Minutes 5 to 15, a slight change. Someone had a good weekend. Someone announced something. Your expression becomes less open. You are doing a calculation. You are not aware you are doing this. Minutes 15 to 40, the scroll has become automatic. You are no longer choosing to scroll. You are continuing to scroll. The face has a specific expression I can only describe as waiting for something that does not come. It does not come. Minutes 40 to exit, something tightens. You put the phone down. You lie there. There is a feeling that something is wrong, but you cannot identify what. Nothing is wrong. You are simply more tired than when you started. And the algorithm achieved its objective. I want to explain what actual rest looks like from a neurological standpoint. And then I want to make a specific observation about what I watched you do one evening recently. It is relevant. Real rest requires 2 things that the feed cannot provide. First, a clear endpoint. Your brain needs to hear finished. No more input after this. Rest can begin. The feed has no endpoint. Scrolling is infinite by design. Second, a switch into a different cognitive mode. Not less activity, different activity. Specifically, something that produces an involuntary response rather than requiring continuous evaluation. Laughter is an involuntary response. Surprise is an involuntary response. Warm recognition is an involuntary response. Social comparison is not. Social comparison is effortful. The difference between 1 hour in the feed and 15 minutes of content that makes you laugh involuntarily is not the time difference. It is the neurological difference. One activates the stress response system. The other deactivates it. Now, one evening recently, you put down the phone, you watch something for 11 minutes. I watch your face. It was different. I want to describe what I saw. You laughed. Not the polite kind. The kind where you were not expecting to, and it came out anyway. You looked at me immediately after, as if checking whether someone had heard. I had heard. I noted it. After the 11 minutes, you put the phone down. Not because you ran out of content. There was more available. You put it down because there was a natural stopping point. You lay there for a moment. Your face was different from the scrolling face. Less tight, less like waiting for something that does not come. You fell asleep noticeably faster than on scrolling evenings. I have the data. I always have the data. I am not telling you to delete the apps. I am noting a correlation. The data is yours to interpret. I simply collected it. One practical note. The solution is not less phone time. The solution is, before the feed, something else. 11 minutes. Something with a clear end. Something that produces an involuntary response. The feed will still be there after. It is always still there. Your brain does not need less stimulation. It needs different stimulation. This is a simple substitution, not a deprivation. You already tested this. You already have the data. I also want to note, you woke up differently that morning. I observed this from the bed corner. You were quieter, in a better way. That is not nothing. I am not drawing conclusions. I am describing what I observed. The conclusions are yours to draw. Although they seem fairly obvious from where I am sitting. Marcel, still here? The phone is in your hand right now. Notice what you are watching. Notice how your face feels.